Welcome to the Stars in the Making with the mission to inspire and frame the future. The star is Darren Battista from New England, elite trainer with exercise science degree, founder of the Battista Bootcamp. On this episode, the star explained how he went from getting cut from his basketball team to a top 5 elite trainer worldwide at Equinox franchise at only 25. The star emphasizes if you have big dreams, do not focus on closed door. Move to the next. Please welcome the star.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stars in the Making. Today, we are talking to one of the top fitness trainers of Equinox. As you guys heard the intro, so let's go for it. I'm not gonna waste time. Let him introduce himself. How you doing, bro?
My man, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to the Stars in the Making.
Absolutely, I'm excited to be here.
Oh man, your story is so incredible. Yeah, that's why this is the second time we are doing this.
Take two.
But you take two. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
For being the Stars in the Making. Please introduce yourself. I love your story. I don't want to put it out. Do it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So my name's Darren Battista. I'm originally from Waltham, Massachusetts. I am now a personal trainer at Equinox in the Seaport district of Boston. So I've been working at Equinox. Yesterday was actually 3 years, the 3-year anniversary of being at Equinox Seaport. Also the founder of Battista Bootcamp, my own online virtual training platform.
You got cut from basketball.
Yep.
And then you did. Go ahead. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so freshman year of college going in, I attended Roger Williams University. Yep. That's in Rhode Island, Bristol, Rhode Island, smaller town within Rhode Island. And my whole mindset going into that situation was that basketball was going to be the plan. I had a pretty good feeling that I had a chance to get onto that team, earn some minutes throughout the year. And it ended up being that I was one of the last cuts on the team. And that was like true rock bottom for me. So that's when I kind of ran into this corner of the street, of the road, where I was like, all right, what happens now? Because everything was so shifted towards basketball, the mindset, everything going into that situation was somewhat due to the basketball scenario. So when that kind of got taken from me, it was rock bottom in the moment, but it shifted my gear towards fitness, and I actually used the gym as a little bit of an outlet.
Yeah, before you go into that, man, just how you overcame that so fast.
Yeah,
that's really fascinating, because not everybody actually can come from rock bottom
100%.
That fast. Because something that you really wanted to do
100%.
in life, and getting caught, and you finding that mindset in overcoming that so fast.
Yeah.
So how was the process? What was that gap? What happened in between?
Yeah, and I think that an important lesson for people to learn from going through trial and tribulation is that it's not gonna be quickly. When you run into something that didn't go as planned, and that's part of life, is you're gonna expect something to turn out one way and it's going to go a completely different direction. And it's okay to live in that moment and feel and have emotion towards that moment. However, I never used that situation as a reason to harp on it and to put myself in deeper of a hole. I instead turned to something that made me a better individual from it, and that was fitness for me. For others, it could be something different. It could be drawing, playing the guitar, whatever it might be, right? But I turned to fitness as that was my outlet. So it wasn't a fast process for me within myself, and I felt a lot of emotions from it because it was something that I was so used to, being one of the best players on the team, and always having a secure spot in my role. So when that role kind of gets taken from you and you're no longer good enough to be in that position, it's a weird feeling. But I think I took my time with feeling emotions and talking to my family, talking to my friends, people that had my back and were always supporting me. So it was a process, and I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say that it wasn't. But it's all about where do you put your energy to next to speed up that process of getting through something really tough. And for me, that was in the gym.
Wow. So do you had any guidance of your parents or your brother, sister, whatever the case may be?
Absolutely.
Someone
Parents.
helped you into shifting your perspective or
Yeah.
your vision?
Yeah, my support group is awesome. I think my parents are always unreal. Like, they're the best. They're always there for me. And in that situation in particular, my mother was like my rock in that situation. I also turned to a lot of my friends. They always had my back, and they were super positive and supportive of, this is just a point in your path, right? But it's also important to know, like, you have to deal with these things on your own as well. So it's like, go to the people that support you and have your back, but also the journey of being able to face something hard and take it on by yourself and find the way to navigate through it within your own head is just as important. That's something that I really took pride in doing, as that situation didn't work out for me, but I knew it was on me to figure out what the next step was.
Right.
But having that support system around me was great, and something that I'll never forget in that journey, for sure.
That's really cool, man. So for someone who is going through, maybe as right now, going through the same exact, maybe not exact, the same kind of problem, like, just lost his job or whatever the case maybe, is going through some struggles. What is your, what is one, something that you wanted to tell that person? One advice.
And I think this will apply to a lot of people just in society today, because a lot of people, whether it's they got cut from a team, they lost their job, whatever that may be. It could just be someone stuck in a situation at work that they don't enjoy. I think it's just important to step back, keep yourself around the people that will tell you the truth, but be positive and supportive around you. And at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and lean into the things that you might not even know that you love, but at least the first thing that you think of when it's like, what would I turn to next if this was to end today, whatever that might be. So for me, it was basketball. For someone else, it might be their sales job.
Right.
What would I immediately think to turn to next, or who would I go to for support? And I think keeping those things in mind when you go through something difficult and you might not know where to go from here, that's okay. It's okay not to know, but it's about turning to the people and the things that make you happy within yourself. And that will usually guide you towards the next thing. So when you don't know where your journey is taking you, that usually means that you're on the right path.
Right.
And I always keep that in mind when it feels like the tunnel is far and you can't see the other end. I think it's important to know that's the moment where you know that you're going towards the right way.
Your story again is unbelievable, because you just coming from that to become one of the top trainers at Equinox. So how that happen?
So once I got cut from the team, I actually transferred over to Bridgewater State University for my sophomore all the way up to graduation.
Right.
That's when I started studying exercise science, as I got really engulfed in the gym, and it became a passion of mine and something that I realized I could make an opportunity to make a career out of. So once I started diving into that, I did a couple internship opportunities that guided me, gave me the knowledge throughout my college career to then graduate and immediately dive into, I'm going to apply for Equinox and just see what happens, see how it goes. I didn't know if full-time trainer was going to be my pocket or if it was going to be something different, but I was like, again, I had no idea, but I leaned towards something that I knew, even if it didn't work out, I'd still enjoy it in the process. And like I said, now I've been there for 3 years. I'm top 5 personal trainer in the whole company.
Wow.
All across the world of Equinoxes.
That's amazing.
And
that's amazing.
We're still pushing, man.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to grow even beyond.
Is that has to do with what you went through, getting cut from basketball, that gives you a boost for you to keep yourself like motivated, disciplined, something like that? Or
for sure, I think it's a combination of who raised you, right? My parents were always very strong that way, motivated, disciplined individuals. And I think it was also a product of what I went through in that situation. So using those two things to just know that the work had to be put in, I had to work really hard and just take it day by day and know that it wasn't going to happen overnight. now I sit here 3 years later, and I'm at a position where I didn't even think was possible when I first hit the ground running.
This gap is just in 3 years. You made this change.
Yeah, so
That's drastic.
yeah, so 3 years at Equinox, and that was right when I graduated was when I started.
Yeah.
My 3-year was actually yesterday, 3 years on the dot. So
Whoa. Congrats, man.
I'm excited for what's to come in this next year, and I think that it's going to be a lot of growth even outside of those walls at Equinox, which is great.
Wow, that's cool. Now, let's go into Battista Bootcamp. Man, you are a celebrity trainer. You are doing a lot.
Yeah.
I keep watching that. Like, I went to your website. I was looking up everything.
Yeah.
It looks dope.
Yeah.
And just training all these celebrities and things like that. How do you get in touch with too many celebrities like that?
Yeah, so my training career with the influencers in Boston that I've been working with, shout out Kevin Cooney, Colin Powell, Tommy Garino, Chad McDonough, aka Prosciutto Poppy. Those are my guys, first of all. But I actually made the first connection, Kevin Cooney, at Equinox. So I went up to him on the floor and I just said, hey, I love what you do. I'd love to just sit down with you and see how we can help each other grow. And that was the first connection that was made, and I started training them a little bit. Yeah. And it kind of just sprouted into meeting a lot more faces that are on the scene in Boston. And that's kind of helped me develop my own personal brand in Battista Bootcamp with all of these guys supporting it in the background, and then just building a network virtually, which is what Battista Bootcamp is more geared towards, is reaching people across the world on a national level, as opposed to just where I can be in person. And then obviously with the celebrity / influencer scene as part of it, and a lot of group-centric training involved as well. So there's a lot of avenues that we're going down with Battista Bootcamp.
Wow, that's amazing. What is for the future for Battista Bootcamp?
Yeah, so Battista Bootcamp is going to be a virtual platform. It's currently in the works now. We're going to be reaching people all over the world, and we're going to be providing value and helping people hit their fitness and lifestyle goals nationally, like I said. So it's a movement to live our healthiest and happiest life, but to do it on such a wide scale where everybody can benefit from what I can provide and what my team can provide to the general population, people that just want to strive to be better.
So there is any way, if someone out there or around wanna get in touch with you, how can they do it? Like
absolutely.
Instagram, whatever, website.
Instagram, Battista Bootcamp, at Battista Bootcamp. My personal, at Darren Battista 5. Reach out. If you got inquiries, if you want to get better, you let us know. We'll take care of you.
Yes, you have an app. You have an app, right?
We have an app currently. It's a little bit more of a bare bones framework of what the big finalized product will be. However, I do take virtual clients right now through Battista Bootcamp. If you go to my Instagram account, you'll be able to see that link in the bio to apply for virtual coaching. So I have about 40 people on there right now. We plan to grow that to the thousands.
Yes. Because you have a team behind it.
We have a team in the works. Right now, just me leading the operation as it's a little bit more small scale. However, as we grow, we're going to have a team of coaches, and we're going to take care of people across the world.
Man, I love you being on the Stars in the Making. But before we end, what is your one advice that you wanted to send to someone out there, for a young kid or whatever the case may be, who's going through some tribulations? What is your advice on that?
Absolutely. I think, and it's for the person that doesn't know where to go right now or might be facing a hard patch in life. I think the simplest thing that I even tell all my clients that I work with is just start somewhere. Do something, whether it's on your fitness journey and you don't know where to start, and it's to go on a walk on the treadmill 3 times a week or even 1 time a week to start. Whether it's starting a new career, just start. Leave a situation that you're not happy in if you know that you're not happy, and make the change and put action towards something every day to get to where you want to be. Because if we're not changing the situation, nothing changes. So I think for the person that's lost right now or confused or doesn't know where to go, it comes down to as simple as just start, and just start somewhere, and you'll get to where you want to be.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for being the Stars in the Making. Man, we're definitely gonna kill this story. The team is gonna be working on it.
Absolutely.
This is gonna inspire millions. That's for sure.
I can't
And
wait.
Thank you so much.
So much for having me,
and
brother.
first of all, before we even go,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna do this summer. We're gonna do
Group workout.
collab, bro.
Collab workout.
Oh damn, bro.
Ricardo Battista boot camp.
That's
Stars in
it.
the making.
So guys, please wait for that, and that's it.
Yes,
so
sir.
it's the stars in the making, and never ever give up in your dreams. Keep working hard. So stars in the making again. We out. That's it.
Let's go, baby. That was good.
Got it done.
We
Yeah.
did it, fellas.
Yeah.